Hello and welcome along. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog, and today is March the 25th, and as you can see coming up the road here is something absolutely brand new and fantastic. So delivery is here finally for from our local dealer, and this, look at that, is our brand new tractor, a New Holland T7. I say brand new, it is not. It is second hand, as you can tell. It's a slightly older model. It's a T7 270, so yeah, 269 horsepower on this beauty. And she's absolutely gorgeous. And on the back, we've got our brand new seeder. Seed tank at the front. I'm just going to go and have a word with the truck driver, and yeah, we'll get this unloaded. So he's dropped down the ramps at the back. We are going to jump in this tractor. It'll be easier to get from the other side. So let's jump on here and jump in. Oh, there we go. And look at the inside of this. This is it's got a few hours on it, but it should be good. Let's reverse her off. Very nice. We got some seeds up here. We're going to be putting this straight to work today. I want to go and seed some wheat. We've got a very large field to do with this. We've got our largest field to do with this, and yeah, there we go. So T7 270. The livery, one of the reasons that drew me to this is because the livery of it, of course, is a Fiat Agri livery, and yeah, so this is one of those special editions that is fairly hard to get. I'm very pleased I managed to find one, and yeah, it should do well with this. Let's unfold this seeder and have a look at this. And that should be pretty wicked. I think he's going to sit there for a while until we head off. So I want to unfold this and have a look at it. I think if I can. Let's give this a shot. There we go. Needed to have it off the ground to unfold it. But look at that. Yeah. Kervernaland DF2 seeder here. So this will seed pretty much everything we want to seed on this farm. It's 6 meters wide, but doesn't require a massive power consumption for it. Hence, we can have an under 300 horsepower tractor to run it. And yes, the seed tank for it is on the front here. Really nice piece of equipment. So yeah, let's get this out the way, and then we can go and load up with some seeds, and he can head off. Let's fold this back up because we'll be able to maneuver around the farm a bit better. There we are. And we're going to head into the shed and get this loaded up, I think. Let's get the cover off the front, like so. And we're in here. We got our New Holland telehandler with the front on it. This is a Brussels and Lathe bag carry, because over here we've got 3 bags of seeds that were delivered in the last few days. So we're going to be loading up our truck with those. So yeah, let's head over here and load up. So I'm just going to go and hook on the bags and get them on the front of my, or get them loaded up onto here. It's a bit of a fun move about with this, but we'll see if we can get it to work. There we go, all hooked up, and I've taken the frame out the back and got that dumped out the way, so so it won't be cluttering things up in here. And what we should be able to do now is just load this up into here and load up the front. So we're going to be doing we're going to be planting wheat first. We're going to do wheat and oats. I'll bring up my PDA actually and show you if I can get this to unload. There we go. It can be a little bit finicky sometimes. There we go. Right. Yeah. Those tend to get a little bit blocked, and you have to undo them. But that has got one in, I think. Yeah. We need more. We need a lot more. So, right. I'm gonna get this dropped off in here. I'm gonna get rid of the other two of these racks, and they'll be a lot easier for me to just to hook up. But we'll put the bag down in the corner here, and we'll sell off these bags eventually. Well, return them for recycling, really. But yeah, get rid of that. I'm gonna get these two other racks off, and then we'll be able to load up with these two. And there we go. Got rid of the other two frames. I actually need to move this forward a little bit further to hook these up. So we'll bring this right down. Hook that up. And we can go and empty these other two bags. So this will hold, I think this will hold most of these seeds. These are wheat. We're going to go and do, we're actually going to go and do our biggest field with this. So that is over at, well, let's bring up my PDA and I'll show you. So this is my farm. Basically, we've got all of this area here. And the field we're going to be going and doing with the wheat is this one. This field 6 we're going to put oats in. Field 5 we're going to be putting wheat into, which is the field we're going to be doing today. So that should be pretty good. And I think we'll go as well. Previous owners had this as corn last year. We're not gonna actually be doing corn on here, which would kind of make sense for a normally would make sense for a cow farm, but we do all of our silage as grass silage, not as corn silage or maize silage. So it's it makes far more sense for us to do stuff here that is more of an arable bent than it is for specifically for cows in general. Let's drop that off, and we've got one more big bag for us to load today. So yeah, we have a mix of arable wise, we have a mix of carrots, oats, wheat, and soybeans. Oh, and some canola as well. So we've got a little bit of a mix here. It can be a little bit of an odd mix, but I like the thing of doing something a bit different. And yeah, I've chosen to do carrots instead of sugar beet, which would also feed our sheep. I think I'm full actually. I think I've got enough in here. I'll fill this up later if we need to. But that looks to me to be full, I think. Close that up. Close that. And jump in. And we'll take it round. We've got GPS on this. We've got sort of all the mod cons, while still keeping it very much in keeping with the rest of the farm. We should be able to come around the back here. Yeah. So entrance to this field here, which is field 5. And yeah, as you can see, last year it was all corn. Amazingly, I kind of expected after corn for us to require some ploughing on here, but all of my tests on the soil seem to suggest otherwise, so that is good news. What I'm going to do as a result then is get some wheat in here. And that should hopefully mean that next or this year we'll get a good amount of wheat off here, a good amount of oats off our really big field, and go well. It's one of those things where we've actually got a little bit of a strange crop rotation on here. Oh, no, I want that down. There we go. And we want to turn it on. Yeah. Oh, listen to that. And away we go. Absolutely perfect. Very happy with that. And should get a nice straight edge down here. And once we've done that, my GPS is not engaged. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, I think it's working now. I think it's working. So, there we are. So yeah, that is going to make doing this field that much easier. Looks like it was planted the other way last time. Which kind of makes sense looking at the layout of the field. It's a little bit, we are going a little bit up and down the slope here, but I think this makes more sense to me. And down. And away we go. So yeah, this is working very nicely. I'm loving this tractor. This is going to be a very nice tractor for us to work these fields on. So we're about halfway through the field now, and this is performing really, really well. I'm loving this tractor. It's working really well with this seeder. And if we just pull off, we can see that the seeder itself is working very nicely. Yeah, there are some good. The seeds are nicely placed, nicely spaced in there as well. So it's giving a good seeding performance. We've got some nice spacing in our seeds, which means that none of them will be too close together, and we should get a nice spread of crop. And they will be given enough space to grow and mature. And yeah, this is a fantastic piece of kit. I'm very pleased that this is something that we invested in pretty early on this farm, because without doing that, it would. Well, these fields aren't small on this farm. Ballincraig, we're used to some very small fields. This is these are not small fields. You know, even these are bigger fields than even we were doing in Shamrock Valley. You know, Scatterbrook Farms fields were smaller than this. So yeah, to have a seeder that's a nice width that will work well with us should be good, and should allow us to get through this in a decent amount of time, especially because even now it is just me doing it. I might look for some help later on. Certainly towards harvest time it would be quite useful maybe to have somebody doing some carting for me, but at the moment we aren't in the need of that. We're good and able to work this. Let's get this. I'll leave a little bit of a headland. But yeah, this tractor, this T7, is working really, really well for us. And I'm even thinking, I'm looking at the power that this has, this T7. and thinking that we can upgrade our mowers. We've got a set of Curverland mowers at the moment. I'm very much thinking we could get away with putting some butterflies on the back of this, and cutting our clover and our grass much more easily, and including rowing, because the Curverland butterflies that are available, we can swath with. So yeah, that would also be an alternative, and something that we could possibly look into for the farm. Either way, this is going to be a very important addition, this tractor. I think we're going to be using this a fair amount, which is good, because it is our most modern tractor, and is as a result going to be pretty useful to it. We're coming to the end of the field now, and this field has gone from being fairly straight and fairly even to do, to just suddenly going all over the place. It's going to be an interesting bit to finish on here, but we should be able to do it. Let's turn around. I'm not doing a massive headland on here because we have the maneuverability. But I do want to at least give a little bit so that I have some space to turn around. And yeah, we're just we're gonna have fun getting these various little bulges and sticking out bits done down the side here. I think most of it we should be alright. The width of this should actually help us here, because we'll be able to fill most of these in almost as headlands as we come round. But I want to be careful and make sure that I don't do too much sort of double seeding. It's kind of what I want to avoid. It's not so bad at the edge of the headlands, but if we can avoid doing it, you know, along a whole side here, that would be useful. Right, down we go. Let's see if we can. So here, I'm going to lift about halfway through this rope, get this picked up when it reaches a point where, yeah, where we would probably get the headland round. So lift there for a little bit, and then we'll drop again, and that just will prevent too much double seeding at that point. Here it's not quite so wide, so we can't do the same there, and don't want to do the same there. Yes, we'll get a little bit of area where we go twice, and then up to the top here. And then we can fill in these little gaps at this point here. And again, we're going to lift a little way through this. And it gets to the point where we'll be pulling the headland in. About there-ish. We should be able to just drive along here. Yep. And then again, we're going to drop down here. That way we're able to go round these bulges. We're able to go sort of get this all seeded and still get maximum coverage with minimum going over the same bits twice, which is actually, you'd have thought, oh, it'll put a little bit of extra seed down there, and does, but that doesn't mean the seed always does well, because if it's competing with stuff that's too close to it, it just won't grow properly. So yeah, try to avoid that. There's a reason why we seed them at the distances we seed them at. Let's get this down, and just got to fill this bit in, and then we're going to go down to the bottom corner over there and get that and get the headlands done. Is what we're going to do. But as I was saying earlier, this tractor has performed really well. I'm really impressed by this. It is going to do the jobs we need it to do. It's already proving itself today with this, and yeah, and same with this seeder. This seeder is going to make it so much easier to get everything seeded on here this year that I'm just over the moon. I've got enough days. Just me working on here will with this equipment we'll be done in plenty of time, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. This field actually has a really good number of entrances. I'm trying to think. I don't think that is one of our fields here, if I remember correctly. Oh, it might be actually. I need to double check. I'm just going to check my my map. No, field 13 is not one of ours. Right in the middle there. I might inquire about buying field 13 now. That would be that'd be a good addition to the farm, and we do have access to it from our yard, which has always been a concern for me for any field that I buy on this farm. I want to be able to access it from one of our 2 yards, and or from the farm itself. Everything else pretty much is without going on a main road. We do have the back road out to the farm is more of a driveway for us than it is a public road. So yeah, and we own stuff heading down towards the coast that way. And then right, and here. It's amazing things like, you know, bringing tablets and computerized equipment and things like that. You know, 20 years ago, none of this existed. GPS, all of that kind of thing, and it's all just sort of exploded in the last 20 years. Absolutely amazing the toys we have these days to do this kind of stuff with. Works. And it just makes a massive difference to the efficiency of the farm. It really does. There we go. And do this bit here. So this is what I mean about this part of the field getting fiddly. It just, yeah, we're lifting constantly, repositioning, and bringing back down. Here we'll go round a bit more. The seeder can do sort of a shallow turn, and yeah, like this. I want to keep it as close to the edge as we can, without putting the seeder into the grass. Obviously, that will not be good to the seeder, and it'd be a waste of waste of seeds as well. Although this does have this is a direct seeder. This, as you probably guessed from the fact that we haven't ploughed or cultivated this field first. It works well as that as well. It's a good seeder. This has been a good purchase for us on here, and means that we are we are as efficient as we can be right now for the best price, which I'm very happy about. Getting a farm established like this is important. How you do in your first year. First years, you can't get to lift that. First years can make or break a farm sometimes, and yeah, I am absolutely wanting this farm to succeed. We've got everything in place for us to succeed with it, so I don't see why we shouldn't. But there we go. We will see how we do. Round, and I'm going to go and take this last headland, get this cleared up. And yeah, all in all, I'm happy with this tractor and this seeder. This setup has worked very, very well together. And I think you're going to see more of this tractor in these vlogs. It's a cracking machine. And as I said, it opens up the possibility for us to expand some of our other equipment. Till now, our ceiling has been about 190 horsepower, is I think, yeah, 190 horsepower is the top of our G1, well, it's our G190. So yeah, this adds another 80 horsepower to our arsenal here. Oh, there we go. I would say that is all done and has been very successful. I'm pleased with this. That is some good seeding we've got here. This has been a yeah, this has been a very good purchase. I'm pleased to have it on the farm, and we're going to be doing more with this. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for the latest videos from the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.